I'm trying to figure out why I dislike the Democrats more than the Republicans. And you say, wait a minute now. The whole show's structured around telling me how bad the Republicans are, and how can you say you dislike the Democrats more? And that's a question I asked in a blog post that you could find on our website, on theyoungturks.com. And, you know, I talked about why I was so upset with the Democrats, and they gave in here when they had no reason to give in. They like to lose, or they think strategically it makes sense to lose, losing to the most unpopular president of all time, and losing all the way up until, you know, about 5 months left in his presidency. I mean, it's just the worst of the worst, right? But it doesn't explain why I dislike them more than the Republicans. And you're thinking, really, Cenk? Do you? Here's the thing. In that blog post, and yesterday on the show, and even today, it's hard to put into words my feelings, because it's not. Do I really think the Democrats are worse than the Republicans? It depends on what you mean by worse. Of course I'm going to vote for the Democrats. I'm not going to vote for the Republicans. The Republicans are heinous, and they do damage to our Constitution and our country, and they don't give a damn, right? And they fundamentally misunderstand the point of the country. So obviously I'm not going to go for them, so by definition I think the Republicans are worse. Do I think that they, lie to us more, et cetera? No. And then I kind of figured it out before today's show. It's that I have less respect for the Democrats. And that's kind of tough to recover from, man. It really is. They're so scared to fight the most unpopular president, the most unpopular party of all time. These bunch of loser Republicans who got routed in 06, who are going to get routed even worse in 08. And the Democrats don't have the nerve to fight them. There's no other word for it. It's pathetic. So they have burned the bridge of respectability here. They have. And it's hard to go cross it over now. The bridge is burned. I can't. How do I turn around and say, boy, I really respect these Democrats? All I can do is keep an eye on them. If you say to me the Republicans are worse, I hear you. Of course, man. I know that, right? But if you say to me, no, we got to support the Democrats no matter what, then you misunderstand, one, the whole point of politics. Because the whole point of politics isn't politics. It's policy. For us, at least, for the people who care. It's what kind of policy do we want to drive through? It's not a game. And you're treating it like a game, and like this is your team, so they have to win. No, my team is the right policies. And if the Democrats do that, great. If the Republicans do it, if they ever do it, great. If another party comes up and they do it, great. I don't give a damn about the party, okay? Now, so what is our alternatives? The Democrats know they have us over a barrel because they know we can't vote for Republicans because the Republicans are worse. They will, lie, cheat, and steal and break the laws here as Bush did and get away with it and all that. So we have nowhere to turn. So in the short term, they're right. I'm going to vote for Democrats. I am. Okay, in 2008, I'm going to vote for my congressman, who's Waxman, who happens to be one of the best fighters. I'm lucky in that regard in the House, but he's nowhere near perfect, and he's got his ambitions and his ego as well, and he plays politics from time to time, no question about that. And he's one of the best there is in the House. Okay. Now, I'm going to vote for Obama, and I'm going to vote for a Democratic senator, but after that, what I plan to do is roll up the sleeves and look for primary opponents to run against these Democrats. Not because I'm more liberal than these Democrats. It's not like, oh, they're not being progressive enough, and I'm all the way to the left, and they're not far left enough for me. It has nothing to do with that, man. You know me. I mean, for those of you who watch the show on a regular basis, on economic issues, I'm centrist to say the least, right? So I don't, and then when they talk about people who are like, oh, I want to shred NAFTA, and I know a lot of you folks believe that, and against world trade, and et cetera, et cetera. I don't need a candidate like that, and I'm afraid sometimes that people are going to misunderstand and give us primary opponents like that. And probably that is what will happen, right? But no, I want the primary opponents because I want people who actually will represent our policies and who will actually fight, okay? And who are not cowards and who do not calculate that losing is better than winning for their own ego and power. Is that too much to ask for? Probably in the long run it is. Politicians will always be politicians, right? But I think in the mid-run, in the midterm, we can hope to get some politicians with some degree of, backbone, and that'll actually fight for our policy. It's not impossible. I know it's not impossible. I see Russ Feingold. Hey, look, Feingold isn't perfect either, but he does his best. He does his best. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for someone who does a reasonably decent job of standing up for what we believe in. It's not too much to ask for. And if we could change the whole tide of the lobbyists and get Dick Cheney and Bush out, maybe there's even hope in the long run, right? But luckily for us, we have this wonderful new invention, the internets. And on the internet, before we were like, okay, you either give money to the Democrats or you give money to the Republicans and that's it. No, but on the internet, now we have places like Act Blue. And Act Blue is not playing. They say, hey, don't give to the DNC, because the DNC is going to give it to conservative Democrats and liberal Democrats and Democrats who vote with us and Democrats who vote against us, irrespective of the policy situation, because they're set up for the Democratic Party to win, that team to win, right? So instead, give to Act Blue, and Act Blue will give to candidates and primary candidates that are actually progressive, okay? It's a genius idea, and I've seen them do it, and they're very honest and transparent and straightforward. When Sherrod Brown, progressive hero, voted for the Military Commissions Act, which was heinous, and they removed him from the Act Blue page. They said, nope, no more soup for you, okay? No more money for you if you're not going to vote the way that your constituents put you in office to vote. I love that. So what has Act Blue done now? Act Blue has put together a page where you can donate to primary opponents of Democrats who caved into Bush.